Hello and welcome to the Garifuna Experience podcast. I'm your host, José Francisco Ávila. Today, we journey into the beautiful Caribbean coast of Guatemala to celebrate a day of profound cultural significance, Garifuna Settlement Day. Garifuna Settlement Day is celebrated annually on November 26th in Guatemala. It is a day that commemorates the historic arrival of the Garifuna people to the country's coast in 1802. This day is not just a local celebration. It is officially recognized by Guatemalan Decree number 83-96. This decree established the celebration to commemorate the history of the Garifuna people, promote their culture, language, and traditions, and reaffirm their identity in Guatemala, actively supporting their development and forms of organization. The Yurumein Ceremony. The main attraction of the celebration in Livingston is the Yurumein, a powerful performance that vividly represents the historic arrival of the Garifuna to Guatemala. The day begins in the morning with this performance on the beach, a dynamic display involving powerful drums, traditional music, and sacred offerings. Throughout the day, the community engages in artistic presentations, vibrant traditional dance, and of course, the communal tasting of typical Garifuna dishes. The Garifuna presence in Guatemala. Most of the Garifuna people in Guatemala reside in the picturesque coastal town of Livingston, known in the Garifuna language as LaBuga, which means mouth, referring to the location at the mouth of the Rio Dulce. You'll also find communities in the nearby port city of Puerto Barrios. While the Garifuna community is a powerful force in maintaining its unique identity, it is a relatively small portion of Guatemala's overall population. According to the 2018 National Census, the Garifuna population in Guatemala numbers about 19,529 people, representing about 0.13% of the total population. Yurumein documentary, The Garifuna History of Resistance and Cultural Heritage in Guatemala. This Garifuna documentary, titled Yurumein, tells the story of the Garifuna people from the exile from St. Vincent to their arrival in Livingston, Guatemala. You can learn about the Garifuna culture, its music, its language, and its legacy. Discover how the Garifuna of Guatemala came to the Caribbean islands, were expelled from St. Vincent, and managed to survive, adapt, and keep their identity alive. This documentary is a celebration of their culture, music, cuisine, and traditions, a story of resistance, pride, hope that continues to inspire the world. The historic arrival. The foundational settlement of LaBuga was established by early pioneers. Historical accounts describe figures like Marcos Sanchez Diaz, who, with a group of men, fled the Honduran coast. They arrived at the mouth of the Rio Dulce on a 500-ton brig with around 162 companions. There they established the first houses built with thatch roofs and stretching along the coast. Prominent Guatemalan Garifuna, carrying the torch. The progress and prosperity of the Guatemalan Garifuna people have been driven by extraordinary individuals. We want to take a moment to shine a light on 5 prominent figures from the Guatemalan community and the diaspora who have excelled in their fields and uplifted their people. First, let's talk about the world of sport. Teodoro Palacios Floresand, 1939 to 2019. Born in Livingston, Teodoro began as a passionate soccer player, but found his true calling in the track and field. His dedication led him to become a 3-time Central American and Caribbean champion. In 1958, he won gold at the 3rd meeting of the Venado Club, and the following year, another gold at the Central American and Caribbean Games in long jump. What an incredible legacy of athletic excellence. Next, we look at community development through the life of Pablo Roberto Mejía, or Don Beto, as he was affectionately known. Don Beto was instrumental in the development of the Garifuna community of Livingston, or LaBuga. His tenacity focused on economic empowerment. He spearheaded projects ranging from the construction of the main road and school renovations to training a generation of Garifuna men as electricians, painters, teachers, and tailors. In the 1960s, he fought to bring key educational and economic engines to the Izabal state, including the establishment of Guatemala's main technical school, the Technical and Productivity Institute, INTECAP, in Puerto Barrios. Don Beto truly embodied progress. Next, we celebrate a living icon of Garifuna culture, Doña Elvira Álvarez Castillo de Ciego. Born in Livingston in 1953, Doña Elvira is a true composer and singer-songwriter of traditional Garifuna music, considered a true bearer and promoter of the Garifuna culture. She shares that many of her compositions, over a dozen of which are used in traditional centers, have been revealed to her in a dream. Her voice is even featured in the song Yurumein, considered the international anthem of the Garifuna Nation. Doña Elvira's charisma and vast contribution have rightfully earned her national and international recognition as a Garifuna pride. Now, let's look at the diaspora. We celebrate the academic achievements of Dr. Daisy Guzman Nunez. Dr. Nunez, a Garifuna American from the South Bronx, is an assistant professor at the University of Massachusetts Amherst W.E. Du Bois Department of Afro-American Studies. Her work centers on the migratory experience of Garifuna Guatemalan women from Livingston to the South Bronx, using a Black feminist ethnographic lens to bear witness to ancestral knowledge embedded in the cultural practices. Her research on hemispheric Blackness and Black indigenous feminism is advancing our understanding of the Garifuna identity on a global scale. And finally, a salute to community organizer and entrepreneur Arnold Ciego. Arnold is a tax preparer and owner of Bani Tax and Multi-Service, a co-pastor and the dedicated president of the nonprofit Hijos de Livingston in Nueva York, Children of Livingston in New York. This organization works tirelessly to improve the quality of life and preserve Garifuna culture in both New York and Guatemala through programs focused on entrepreneurship, education, art, and sports. Arnold also uses his YouTube channel, Conversando con Arnold Ciego, as a powerful platform to promote the contributions of the Garifuna people. And that wraps up another illuminating episode of the Garifuna Experience podcast. Today, we celebrated Garifuna Settlement Day in Guatemala, which is celebrated on November 26th, honoring the arrival of the Garifuna people, the vibrancy of the Yurumein, and their incredible contribution to the nation. Happy Garifuna Settlement Day, Guatemala. Thank you for listening, and remember, the future of the Garifuna people is in our hands, and we are driving power, prosperity, and progress. Until next time, stay united, stay proud, Sungube Lida Aba. Ayo. Find new episodes of the Garifuna Experience podcast every Tuesday. Follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, and iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the Garifuna Experience podcast. Your support helps us share our vital Garifuna experience with more people around the world.